everybody, it's Dr. Joe and QL Remy, and today I'm going to show you my top 5 QL stretches for back pain. So let's get started. Disclaimer alert, disclaimer alert. So the first stretch, you want to get into the butterfly position. So the butterfly position is when you put your feet together out in front of you, knees are out to the side, and depending on how much flexibility you have, you can bring your feet in. So if you have tight groin muscles, this might be a little difficult, so you just get into a comfortable position. Then the side that you want to stretch, so if it was my left side, I'm going to take my left hand and bring it up and over, and then take my right hand and kind of push down and through. And so I'm just going to kind of stretch this way, and I should feel that stretch kind of right in through here. Some people like to kind of push down on the opposite knee to get a stretch, but I personally like almost like you're taking a big ball and you're just kind of rolling it through. So you're going up and over and pushing through, and I get a really, really good stretch with that. So since it's a full stretch, you want to hold it for 30 seconds and do it 3 times. So if you just have one side that's hurting, I would still stretch both sides just because you want to keep everything balanced. And I also, if I do both sides, I like to alternate back and forth. You don't have to, you can do them all on one side and then switch. But a lot of times if you're alternating back and forth, it gives the other side a little bit of a break. So then the next stretch, you're going to take your leg that you want to stretch. So I'm just going to switch now so you can kind of see. So if I wanted to stretch my right side, I'm going to put my right leg out. And so just kind of out at an angle, maybe that 45-degree angle, or if you were going to do a split with your leg. And then so it's still kind of the same concept. So now I'm going to bring my arm up here because I want to stretch this side. And then I'm leaning over. And again, a lot of people kind of like to push down on that knee. So you can push with your arm if you have a little more flexibility, or you can just kind of push with your hand and just kind of get that stretch all the way down. So I'm feeling that stretch all the way kind of in that low side of the back, and that's where that QL or that Quadratus Lumborum is. And that muscle, a lot of times people forget about, but it has a lot to do with back pain. So again, 30 seconds, pushing down on that opposite knee, getting that stretch, holding it 30 seconds, doing that 3 times on each side. So you can also do kind of a little bit of a change modification with this one. So you're still in the same position where you got one knee bent and the other one out. And so this time when you come up, you're going to rotate your whole body over to really get that extra stretch. So I'm bringing my arm up and I'm turning my body almost like I'm pointing over to the opposite side. So arm up, rotate over, bring down, and I'm really getting that nice big stretch through there. And so even though it's kind of hard to do, you can just do a small stretch if that's not too hard. Then you can come back up and then go back over a little bit further. So you can modify it a little bit, and even if you just kind of turn without going down, you might feel a little bit of a stretch with that as well. So 30 seconds, 3 times on each side. So the next stretch is going to get you in a little bit of a tougher position. So if you have other aches and pains, injuries, this might be a tough one to do, but you can definitely give it a try. So what you want to try and get in the position of is a hip at 90, knee at 90 position, kind of front and back. So you're going to kind of bring one knee in the front, so 90-90 kind of thing, and then the other one in the back, 90-90. Now this is going to be really uncomfortable for some people, so if you can't do this, that's okay. The front one is the one that's a little bit more important to do. And then again, you're just going to take that arm kind of up and over while you're just kind of pushing this one through, or maybe just holding that side a little bit, and then just stretching over into that stretch. And you're just going to get that nice QL back stretch right there. So again, holding for 30 seconds, doing that 3 times. If you want to come back over and stretch that way, you can, but make sure that you're stretching or switching your feet as well. So then I'm coming up this way, 90-90, and that one 90-90 in the back, and then stretching over this way. So I'm getting that nice stretch along the side and the lower back. And make sure, again, you're not stressing anything out in your legs while you're trying to stretch out your back. So the last one is going to be lying on your side. This is one of my favorites to stretch out the QL just because it's kind of easy to do. The other one sometimes is a little bit of a hard position to get into, but all you're gonna do is just kind of lie on your side. It's almost like you're going into a side plank, but you're not, because you wanna keep your hips down. So it's not coming up into a side plank, keeping those hips down, keeping your body at that kind of perpendicular position. And then you're just gonna push up. If you're in this position right here and you have a tight QL or that Quadratus Lumborum, hard to say, you might be feeling a stretch here. But to get even more of a stretch, kind of push up even more. And I'm feeling a big, strong stretch right through there. And I don't even have a tight QL. So again, this might be enough stretch for you where I'm just pushing that upper body up, but keeping those hips down, everything in that perpendicular position. Or if I want a little bit more, I can push all the way up, getting that nice stretch. And so this one's just a little bit easier to do because you have the floor to help you out. But again, holding it for 30 seconds, doing that 3 times on both sides if you can. So there you have it. Those were my top 5 QL stretches for back pain. If you'd like to help support my channel, make sure and click on the link up there. And don't forget to subscribe. Where, Remy? Right over there. And remember, be safe, have fun, and I hope you feel better soon.